Hello everyone, this is the part 2 for the same chapter, cyber ethics. First of all, we'll talk about the fraud. Okay, like the fraud committed using the internet is called online fraud. Like online fraud may occur in many forms such as non-delivered goods, non-existing companies, stealing information, fraudulent payments. What are the non-delivered goods fraud? In these kind of frauds, for example, you have ordered some goods online and they are not getting delivered on your address because there could be many reasons, like the company or the website on which you have ordered goods, that particular site is a fraud site. That's why they are not delivering goods. They're just accepting the orders. They are just accepting your payments, but they are not going to deliver anything. Second is non-existing companies. Okay, this is the same thing. They are taking order, but they are just using the name which resembles with the some popular sites, and they does not actually exist. Okay, they are taking your orders, they are receiving your payments, but they are not going to deliver any kind of goods to you. Third kind of frauds are stealing information frauds. For example, you have like at the time of online payment or at the time of registering yourself to any of the website, you need to enter your personal information, like you need to enter your name, your mailing address, your mobile number, and many such sensitive information you share over there. If someone steals that particular information, that kind of fraud is known as a stealing information fraud. And fourth type of fraud is fraudulent payments. For example, you were making a online payment on any of the news sites, okay, to whom you are not know quite known. Okay, so what can happen when you make payment on that particular site? They can like steal your personal information over there from there, like your credit card information, your debit card information. Okay, they can use that information against any kind of frauds related to the account balance transfer. Okay, any kind of, they can make a number of fraudulent payments through that particular information. So these are the four kinds of frauds which generally take place under the online fraud. Okay, so let's discuss all these frauds. Like first two types of frauds, like non-delivered goods and non-existent companies, can be encountered by setting up official bodies, ensuring the validity of e-commerce companies and promise delivery of goods. Okay, तो इसमें क्या कह रहा है, ये कह रहा है कि इन चीजों को कैसे कैसे जो फर्स्ट टू टाइप के हमारे फ्रॉड्स हैं उनको हम कैसे कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं. लाइक देयर आर, वी कैन सेट अप द ऑफिशियल बॉडीज व्हिच इंश्योर the particular this website or this company is a valid one and they are delivering the goods, okay, properly. Okay, so we can check all those data related to that particular company. First of all, we can do Google about that particular company or website. We can check for the reviews. Okay, this way we can be aware of such frauds which are like exist, which companies exist or which companies doesn't exist. Okay, this is the one way to control these kind of frauds. Second type of frauds are the last two type of frauds that are more frightening, like they're more scary. For examples of such frauds include credit card frauds and identity theft. Now we'll talk about these two type of like frauds in little detail. What are the credit card frauds? Like the credit card details of the user are stolen from his or her online activities, and then some payment frauds are carried out with the stolen information. These kind of frauds are known as credit card frauds. For example, generally what happens, this is very important and simple thing as well. Okay, when we make any kind of online payment on any of the websites, what we need to take care, like we need to see the https in the address bar before the before the web address of that particular site. https should be there, and we need to check about the padlock symbol in that particular address bar. If it is there, that means that the site is information. If we share our credit card debit card details over there, it is not going to steal our information. Okay, but if HTTP colon is there and padlock symbol is present with the open lock symbol, okay, that means it is not the secure site. We should avoid sharing our sensitive information on such sites. Got it? Then another type of fraud is identity theft. It is also very scary, as from the name you will get to know what is identity theft. Like someone, like by stealing someone else online identity, such as her social media handle, email ID, etc. Like people will like post fraudulent posts and are posted, or some other malicious dangerous activities such as rumor mongering and riots fueling, etc. is carried out. Like what happen in such kind of cases? For example, if we take example of Facebook, like many of the people are present on the Facebook, like they are just showing the picture of someone else, and they are just putting their personal detail, their name, their date of birth, their basic details, someone another's detail, and for doing any kind of dangerous activities, they use that particular account, which is known as identity theft. Like दंगे करवाने हैं, या रूमर्स फैलाने हैं, अफवाहें फैलानी है किसी गलत चीज को रिलेटेड। ओके, तो वो क्या करते हैं, ऐसे अकाउंट्स का यूज उन चीजों के लिए करते हैं, गलत वे में यूज करते हैं। दे आर यूजिंग समवन एल्स आइडेंटिटी एंड दे आर यूजिंग malicious things which are not acceptable by anyone. Okay, so we should be aware of all those things. Where we are sharing a sensitive information, we need to be very careful about that. Okay, then what are the measures to stop these frauds? Like first one is a monitoring official body that ensure the sanctity of e-commerce company and delivery of goods and services as promised. Like one official body should be there which monitor each and every e-commerce site. Is it genuine? Is they are providing the services of for goods or not? Okay, is that the genuine one, or it is any kind of fraud company? Okay, there should be a monitoring official body should be present. Second thing is strong security mechanism by e-commerce site and payment gateways to prevent stealing of crucial information. Like at the time of creating e-commerce site, they need to use strong security mechanism so that no one can steal the sensitive information. Okay, third one is official guidelines and safeguards on the selling of the user data to the third parties. Like every website need to provide the official guidelines and the safeguards, that how they are going to share your information. Okay, they need to show these particular guidelines to the user before proceeding for the like payment activities. Fine. So how we ensure safe sites while entering crucial information? Like first thing you need to keep in your mind is type the URL of the website in the address bar of the browser on your own. Like you need to you are supposed to write the address of the website by your own. Do not click on the link that takes you to the website. Sometime what happened, for example, you wanted to open Amazon.com, you opened the Google, and like while entering the spellings of Amazon, you have entered you skipped any of the word. Okay, and that Google has taken you to some unknown link, for example, and you clicked on that particular link, and and this might be any kind of fraud website as well. Or do not cut, copy or paste the link of the website. Okay, do not cut, copy, paste the link of the website. Okay, we should be aware of this. Ensure that the address contains HTTPS and padlock sign. What is HTTPS? Like for example, this is your web address. This is your web address. Make sure here before proceeding for any kind of information share, you need to check about this. This is HTTP, should be written there before the address of the website, and padlock symbol should be there. This is known as the padlock symbol. If it is there, that means whatever the information you are going to share on that particular site, that is quite secure. You can proceed further. That is encrypted. No one is going to access it. Okay. So this way you can make sure whether you are entering to a genuine site or not. Now, how the secure data transmission can take place? It means applying enough technical safeguards so that the data travels safely to its target without being compromised or erased off. Like what is erased off? To gain access to the private electronic communication. Erased off is same like hacked, like without being compromised or hacked, so that we need to use the secure data transmission so that our data could be travel on the network with the safety. Okay, so what are the things which we can use? Like first thing is SSL, secure data transmission. Like SSL is a standard security protocol which establishes encrypted links between the web server and a browser in an online communication. Like what happened in this particular case? For example, I'm going to send any message over the network. For example, the message was this is some text. Okay, so I wanted to send it on the network, because if I send it on the network in a normal way, so if some in between the network some hacker tries to steal the data, the hacker would be able to do this easily. But what happened in this SSL, like before sending the data to the network, what we do is we encrypt the data, we convert that particular text into some coding language. Okay, at the receiver end we again decrypt that particular coding language to the original text, and this way our data is transmitted over the network in a safe mode. Okay, the usage of SSL technology ensures that all the data transmitted between the web server and the browsers remains encrypted and remains safe. Second thing is data encryption, the same thing which we were discussing. Like encrypted data when sent over the internet is hard to steal, hence it is safer. Like third thing is use safe protocol. Like while creating the websites, the web designers or the web developer need to use safe protocols, such as for files use secure FTP. Whenever possible, one should use safe protocols that use some safety shells such as SSH. It will ensure that safety of data being transferred. Thank you so much, everyone. This is the session for today.